Well, I've not had a very good week. Um, I had a problem with my quarantine tank, and I suppose being a quarantine tank, they're there to solve problems and keep them out of your other tanks. Um, I had um, some rainbows in there, some of my really old guppies, and I treated the tank as soon as I got it. I treated it for white spot the first day, and then I used general cure, and everything seemed fine. And then I noticed a few white spots on my rainbow fish. So I decided to treat them with a different white spot cure, and it didn't work. Now, the reason I have found out that it didn't work is because it was not white spot. It was, in fact, velvet. Now, I've never had a fish with velvet ever. I've been keeping fish for about 54 years, and never once have I had a fish with velvet. Look at these two. And so when I first noticed, they had distinct white spots on them. And so I treated them for the 4 days, and they seemed to be getting better. And then suddenly I woke up one morning, and they were covered. Well, this must have been the secondary infection to do with velvet. None of my guppies at that point had it. A few of them have since then. They're sick, but they're still alive. The two little mollies haven't been sick at all. One of the fry's been sick, but he seems to be getting better now. The other fry were fine, but the rainbows were absolutely covered. So I did get a different treatment for velvet and ick, which I put in the tank a few days ago, but it was too late by then for my rainbow fish, which was very sad because they were beautiful fish. So now in that tank is just my really old guppies. I've only lost one. She was not covered in anything. She'd have fry, so being the age they were, she just died of old age. As I say, I've got 3 more in there. They've all been sick, but they're not covered in anything now, but they have got fin rot. So I have been putting some Malifex in there. So now I'm going to have to keep an eye out for velvet, which I have found out is a devastating disease. And as I say, I've never had it in any of my fish. Don't really know what to say apart from the fact that don't assume that what your fish have is white spot. It does so look like it, and then it just changed literally overnight. Now, having red rainbows, they kind of shimmer anyway, so it was only in a certain light I suddenly noticed it. So I really don't know. Anyway, I've got my 2 Madagascar rainbows in here. They are becoming the bosses of this tank. I believe they're 2 males, but I'm not overly sure. They could just be showing off to each other, which I believe they are. They've beautiful colours. In fact, you can't really see it here, but they are absolutely beautiful colours. I'm leaving them in this tank for a while. They've only been here 2 weeks, so they're still in quarantine with these fish here. I was treating these fish, so that's why I put them in here. They've been here 2.5 weeks, so they'll stay in another 3, maybe a bit longer, because most of these females will probably be going to my local pet shop. I've got quite a nice selection of different females here that the pet shop would like. So everybody seems healthy in here. They're all different. I have got a male in there that I just can't catch. So, but I do love these Madagascar. They actually go cool black. It's quite amazing. So now is another disease I have to keep my eye out for. I was quite disheartened, but you know, we just have to put up with this kind of thing and try to make sure it doesn't happen again. I do love these two.